The higher up summons niggas. Oh shit, what is he even talking about? Where is this nigga going now? The higher up summons niggas. When you talk about your skill, your talent, aligning with something that helps people, that forces people to grow beyond their third dimensional plane, beyond the construct. When you talk about light beings, the energy above us summons these people to action, to change the paradigm, to bust people out of this matrix. The reason why I'm doing this video, as you see on the title, Daylyt versus Loaded Lux, why this battle will change the paradigm, because this battle ain't about ego. This battle ain't about I, me. The higher energy above us, summon these niggas to battle and perform. Why? Because the higher energy knows a light being when it sees one. It's your boy Dame. Subscribe to Dame's World. Essentially, I'm doing this video because I'm excited. I'm stoked for the battle of the galaxy. The battle of the century to ever happen. Whenever it is going to happen, it's going to be something that this paradigm probably can't even comprehend. Loaded Lux versus Daylyt. Now, all the third dimensional beings know that on the surface, these are lyrical people. But why are they lyrical, and why do I call them fourth dimensional beings? Because they are tapped in not only to themselves, but to the world, where the higher up sends them signals that they have to give back to the surface to help change this third dimension. When niggas talk about meditation, niggas talk about prayer, niggas talk about God, speaking to God, it's signaling. Fourth dimensional beings, niggas I call alien, out of this world, genius. Third dimensional beings, y'all probably call these niggas crazy. Motherfuckers look at Lux and Daylyt and be like, I can't understand it. He ain't talking about nothing. Motherfuckers look like Daylyt, oh, it's too much. You're on the third dimensional plane, which ain't nothing wrong with that. We all occupy a space of matter, but with these type of niggas, matter don't always matter. That fourth dimension, that realm of consciousness, ideology, thought, is transcendental. This is why Lux and Daylyt have core followings who are damn near addicted to them. I'm addicted to them niggas. Particularly Lux. I've learned Daylyt later, but because of his frequency and what he puts out, being a fourth dimensional being, I align. Perfect alignment. Every Daylyt, every Lux, I need that now. They have the essence that feeds my consciousness beyond this third dimension. I occupy matter, but I can get to a space where matter don't matter. And Daylyt and Lux are about to bring that shit to the table. It don't matter who wins. All that matters to me is that they both get their rocks off. Unlimited, which I'm going to tell y'all right now. Knowing these light beings the way I know them, I ain't never met none of them, but it's an energy, it's an essence. Knowing these light beings the way I know them, if they get all they rocks off, no stumbles, no mishaps in performance, if they tap in at that moment, you gonna get consciousness in that battle rap world at the highest level. Whether or not you can understand it. Some three-dimensional beings might say that battle is gonna be ass, and that battle is ass after they see it. But they probably can't comprehend on the basis past the third dimension. What is the third dimension? Material shit. Gun, 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 I kill a nigga, get pussy, get money, right? That's most of the battle rap realm, which is cool. I like the way some niggas flip that third dimensional talk. But when somebody transcends this dimension or talks about things that the surface has yet to digest or be able to digest, like Loaded Lux versus Hollow the Don, for example. When Bobby Hutton and Fred Hampton died, they can't deny. The answers lie right there in history stamped in time. It's sad, because some minds you can't remind. Information giving you light to the reality past the surface. That's when you third dimensional niggas boo. 8 years later, the Fred Hampton movie Rise of the Black Messiah come out. Oh, this nigga Lux was talking ahead of his time. Oh, Daylyt versus Cortez. Daylyt spitting Afrocentric fire flame in the first round. Like he tells you niggas, I sacrifice a round for my people. What does that mean? I'm a fourth dimensional nigga. And the information I have contradicts this third dimension. So when I talk on my fourth dimensional plane, Anunnaki, and talking things that y'all can't comprehend on the surface, I'm sacrificing a round. Because you'll get it later. You'll get it later, dummy. And it's like a lot of people say, oh man, Lux got they thirsty core. Yes, it's I'm addicted to that light and that information. And Daylyt and Lux happen to present that light, which is why I came here to even talk my shit, because this battle, barring any slip-ups, it's gonna be like going to school. It's gonna be like taking LSD for the first time. Especially if you stuck in the matrix, some of you niggas might be like, bro, I don't even know what I'm seeing. You talk about God literally coming, because that's what consciousness does to a mind that hasn't seen that form of consciousness. New light thrust to your cognition for you to discern. It's like, oh my fucking God, what are they doing? This new battle rap world is talking about going upstairs. These niggas been upstairs. Been past the surface. I'll spark my little joint and talk my shit. You know, in Dame's world, we like to talk our shit. We like to smoke our weed. We like to relax. We like to chill. But I just was pondering on this morning thinking, like, whenever it happens, and that's another thing for third dimensional beings. Patience is a virtue. Time is not to be forced. Your time, Daylyt's time, Loaded Lux's time, anybody's time. These niggas know this. They're operating on a frequency of moving in alignment with time. You can feel it. So it don't matter when it's going to happen. Just know that the energies participating are ensuring that it happens at the right and perfect time. And that it's not going to be no delusion or delirium surrounded by this battle. They going to get their rocks off. They going to get their information off. This is why they're not going to smack for a battle with a construct, with caffeine, a time limit, and all that good shit. They probably not going to say it, but they're waiting for the perfect time to create the perfect moment in this time-space continuum to break our fucking matrix, at least in the battle rap world. I don't think shit will ever be the same after these two battle. If you still gonna be on that gun, same third dimensional frequency after this, then it's probably not ever gonna be no hope for you. As far as being able to understand that transcendental plane that gives people a higher sense of self and a higher sense of understanding. They say Lux talking parables. And motherfuckers in the third dimension, they'd be like, man, what do you even say? Talk real. Say something. I'm talking real. You just can't see it. Lux be saying, if you know, you know. What that mean? If you tapped in, then the shit I'm saying has an understanding. You can gain an understanding from it. But if you don't know, you don't know. So the shit Lux is saying is nonsensical. The shit Daylyt is saying is nonsensical. If after this battle you still can't comprehend that dimension, then you stuck on this third dimensional plane in this matrix, motherfucker. I know some people are going to transcend to the fourth dimension because, like I said, the higher energy summons niggas. sits niggas down. When they have found their way and their purpose, they can talk directly to that source and get summoned. It's about instructions that they have to follow now. It ain't about what they want to do for their ego. Loaded Lux and Daylyt have been summoned to change this paradigm. And you look at the other illusions, it's analogous in the rap game, the mainstream rap game. You got Tekashi, you got fakeness running around. But there's realness within the game that's going to try to break that matrix back to the real hip hop. Kendrick Lamar's of the world. They're going to be summoned to change the paradigm because that real is coming, regardless if you like it or not. Stand on this material plane when you were a higher consciousness before this body. To stay and allow yourself to sit in this one realm, your lower self, is sinful. It's shameful. Most people might stay there, but then you have those like the Kendrick Lamars in that world who transcend, talking big booty hoes, right? You're going to see essences, energies like that in all of these fields working against the construct, the man-made construct. It's us going against our lower self. This construct was created by material beings living at their lower self. So in turn, the actions on this construct indicate our primitive side. We only talk liquor, money, bitches, hoes, clothes, cash. We talk objects of matter, and we reduce ourselves to our material self, this body. You think this exemplifies Dame? I'm a light. I am a light form. You think this body exemplifies me? This is the lowest form. The thought comes before this body, but the thought has to take a seat back to this light. You feel me? So it's all about what realm you want to live in. And just bringing it back to Daylyt versus Loaded Lux, they are transcendental beings. So if this battle end up not being for you, you have to ask yourself, are you a material being, which is fine, or do you lean more towards your essence, your energy, your light that can pertain to your purpose, pertain to how you want to move? When I say purpose, I don't mean, okay, you're destined to just do one thing in life, one action physically, but you talk about that spark in your life that you were gifted, and that spark also happening to give other people sparks. You talk about giving a spark, being naturally talented at it, and it being able to help the conscious collective produce life, give consciousness. Because it's binary at some point. You either giving out life or death with your information. Telling a nigga read, you expanding their consciousness. You're giving them light and life. Telling a nigga to drink they mind out every day, all day. It's okay to drink, I indulge. It was my birthday yesterday. I partake in some liquor. But telling a nigga to do that action consistently exemplifies death. So it's like, what do you want in this world? You want life and light, or you want dark and death? It's questions for you to answer, and I know I done put this motherfucker in my mouth to spark it. Ain't sparked it, because I'm rambling. But yeah, in its entirety, I'm just stoked. I watched Daylyt's and Loaded Lux's interview. Just seeing the energy, seeing their state of being. It's beyond ego state. Of course, the ego consists of what you see in this material world and the reality of this material world. Your cognition is always going to discern, but sometimes you got to step outside that ego and really go upstairs and remove self. And I feel like Daylyt and Loaded Lux are the two candidates that have removed self the most in order to give us something godly, to give us something that's going to shift this paradigm, to give us something that'll transcend people. When they rap, you hear, we don't want to hear that bullshit, Sharif, because we all stuck on a dimensional plane of thinking this shit is reality. But what if you gain a consciousness to want to hear information, to want to read? Can you imagine what that does for you? You hear old adages like knowledge is power. But now on a surface level, niggas, all right, what good is knowledge if it can't give me no money? Nigga, knowledge made money. Knowledge is the only thing that ever got anybody money. So let's sit back and assess who we are when we question the power of knowledge and light. When we say we don't want to hear that bullshit Sharif to Daylyt and Lux. You niggas got me fucked up on that third dimension. Cause I can play in y'all third dimension. I can play, I can dance, I can maintain happiness in the third dimensional realm. I know this form of matter can deal with that. But for you niggas not to ever be able to tap into that other dimension of thinking, to where somebody does tap in and you like, oh, I ain't trying to hear that. All right? Sleep on God if you want to. Sleep on God if you want to. And don't contextualize God as a man with a beard. I'm talking that higher force that's in you. You are that. Come on, man. Daylyt versus Loaded Lux. The paradigm is shifting. Even in the NBA, they seeing that they slaves. And you got Kyrie's, different forms of light beings. You see the media and the man-made constructed niggas are professing hate towards Kyrie Irving because he's found his light. He's coming to shift that paradigm. More people are coming. The fourth dimensional beings are out here, nigga. So all you niggas stuck on the surface, be ready. All that gossip, talking about bullshit that don't matter, that pertains to death again. Meek Mill and Tekashi beefing. Nobody give a fuck. Fourth dimensional beings don't give a fuck about drama. It's time to enlighten yourself. It's time for you to feel you at a higher level. Therefore, you can give to this world at a higher level. It's time for us to stop giving our lower selves. I heard Daylyt say that this battle might be out of space. And the keep it G is fitting. I done seen too many Lux verses that were out of space. Whoever hit them niggas up, they knew the essence in which they was dealing with. It was probably some real aliens who hit them niggas up. And it's like, yep, they finally found themselves and aligned themselves with one another. So fuck it, let's take them to their playing field. Let's go out of space. Niggas talking about upstairs. Let's go. Let's go. And this ain't no shot at none of them other battle rappers, but they all are on the surface. Some of them are more tapped into themselves, but the information you could tell that they receive is still surface level. Some of these niggas love the Matrix so much. K-Shine is great. One of my favorites. He love this Matrix. He love this surface reality. He can go upstairs. He can tap in. We've seen it. But once he learns that he's a fourth dimensional being, he's a light being, you're going to see K-Shine at a whole different level. Sue Surf, whole different level. Rum Nitty, whole different level. Their context is extracted from the surface. And they make that great because they're great. But when they tap in to that fourth dimension of self and they realize that they are not the body and the mind, and this reality is just